you doing, everyone? It is the 25th of May, 2019, and we are just 2 short days of Memorial Day, which a lot of people just want to consider this the unofficial kickoff of summer, but we ought not forget our veterans, especially the ones who had passed away or died in battle defending this great republic. They are the ones who signed the check, full freight, saying, I will defend this republic, and if anything happens to me, I shall die. So be it. It's my duty. And I really, really thank the veterans, living and deceased, that have done that for people like me, who get to live among the free. And for those who don't appreciate it, ought to go to some third world butthole nation and see how the living conditions are and see how they are treated. Because there is nothing, and I mean nothing, that compares to this great republic. Yes, and I am saying republic repeatedly because we're not a friggin' democracy. I can't stand it when our own politicians, the ones that we elect to do our bidding for us in this republic, and they don't even know what fucking system of government that they're representing. It's disgusting. And believe me, I see some of these politicians, they ought to be fucking hung for treason, not being reelected. Well, anyway, this minute is not for that. I'm sorry. I do want to thank veterans, especially the ones killed in action or even died in accidents during military training to defend us. And just remember this. Whether you agree with the administration that sent them into battle or even the war itself, they did it for us. Never lose sight of the fact that their number one goal was to defend this country, this republic, and our liberties. And for that, like I said, whether you agree with the battle that they were in or not, or the war they were in, that's what we are thanking them for. Their lives in the service of this nation. And I do thank you, and I will be praying for you on Monday. And everyone should do the same. Now, let's get for real. Alright. Now, in the next couple months, you will see a complete unhinging of the Democrat Party. Between the candidates, I think there's up to 24 or 25 now that are running for president. Each one is going to sound more insane than the next to get the fringe base to vote for them. And you'll see after they get the nomination, whichever nut job it will be, they will try to go more moderate. Don't believe them. There's only one person in this presidential race that's actually doing right for our country. And like I said in the past, I'll say it again. If Donald Trump is really a Russian asset that they claim he is, they really should be ashamed of themselves that after 8 years of a shitty economy under Obama, a Russian asset comes in and catches our economy on fire, and it's the best it's been in over 50 years in some categories, especially with full employment, jobs that we can't even fill in this country. I think that's a damn shame. And anybody that thinks, Obama set this up and Donald Trump just walked into it when it started working, is a crock of shit. Just one thing in general. By the time Obama had left office, he almost destroyed our power grid. We're on the verge of fucking brownouts because he shut down so many coal-fired plants. He devastated the coal mining industry. Anybody in these Midwest or Western states like West Virginia, Ohio, that their economies, even Pennsylvania, where their economies were based on coal mining and other types of mining, fracking, that Obama decimated, you're fucking fools if you vote Democrat in this election. Because what they're going to do, they're going to do the same thing Obama did. They're going to shut you the fuck down. You're going to be unemployed. You're going to be fucking suffering. And anybody that says, oh, unemployment was going down under Obama, yeah, and welfare and food stamps were going up. 47 million people on welfare. It was 12 million more people on food stamps than when he started his administration. All that stuff has gone down. That's how you get lower unemployment. Stop counting the U6 numbers, I believe they're called. The people that have been unemployed for a long time or either stop looking for work. See, that's the trick they give you. When you stop collecting unemployment in most cases, you're not on the unemployment rolls anymore. So they say, oh, Mike's done collecting? Okay, fine. Boom, he's done. Oh, look, Dan over there, he's done collecting. Yeah, let's get him off the unemployment rolls. Look, unemployment's going down. Yeah, because so many people been out of work more than 6 months, and they're not on unemployment anymore, so you're not counting them as unemployed. Eventually, those numbers will go down, because how many people could possibly be unemployed? That's the problem. Now, when you see unemployment so low, and we got welfare and food stamps so much less, that's how you know the economy's doing good. We were circling the fucking toilet. We were heading down that fucking drain. And Donald Trump stuck the plunger in there and stopped everything from going down. So, I don't care if you like Donald Trump or not. I mean, let's put it this way. I'm not marrying a fucking guy. He's not coming to live at my fucking house. I don't gotta look at him every day except for if I want to turn on the TV. All I know is things are doing much better in this country, and he's at the top of the fucking food chain in our government right now. I know they're co-equal branches, but he's the administrator. And the administrator is doing very well. And I like how Nancy Pelosi comes out and says that Donald Trump can't comprehend an infrastructure project. International fucking builder can't comprehend an infrastructure project. You fucking senile, drooling piece of shit, bitch. He came in, pounded the table, and ran out. Anybody that was there other than her says he just walked in, said his piece, say, yeah, you talk shit about me and want to impeach me an hour before this meeting? I can't work with you. If you're out to get me like that, I can't work with you. And he leaves. No table pounding. See, everything they say is a fucking lie. And they're right. Let's put it this way. Remember when they were talking about the border and the border wall and funds for the border wall, and Donald Trump kept talking about it, and Pelosi and Schumer kept saying, no, let's not talk now. We should talk about this in private, not in front of the cameras. And now she wants cameras there. Donald Trump wants cameras there. He always wants cameras there. These fucking weasels say we got to do this behind closed doors. You're going to do our bidding behind closed doors. Why? What do you got to hide? Why? What do you got? What are you going to do to defraud us this time? And if you want to investigate Donald Trump and his tax records, I want to see some investigations for people walking into fucking Congress with barely 2 nickels to rub together, and in 10, 12 years, they're walking out fucking millionaires. Tens of millions of dollars. I want to see how on $176,000, and these people are dumb as fucking rocks, and you can't tell me all of a sudden they became financial wizards and they invested part of their $176,000 a year and made it rich. I want to see some investigations on tax records on motherfuckers in Congress and motherfuckers in the Senate and how they made their fucking money. Because I guarantee you, they're fucking us in the ass getting that money. They're making backdoor deals with people, fucking us out of our tax money in bribes and payoffs and all kinds of shit, doing shit that we normally wouldn't condone if we knew about it. That's why they want to be behind closed doors all the time. You don't think we're getting fucked, you're an idiot. Unbelievable. Like Harry Reid, when his son became some kind of, county guy, not a prosecutor or a county executive. He had a worthless piece of property. And fucking all of a sudden it was rezoned into all kinds of good shit. And he made $700,000 in selling it. See, that's fraud right there. Yeah, let me get my sonny boy as a high up administrator in a county. He could finagle the land variances, and I can make a boatload of money. Hey, I'll buy up all this worthless land, and then you rezone it, and then I'll make a boatload of money, and I'll kick you back some. It's a simple fucking scam right there. He's making money, screwed the people out of their worthless land, then rezones it and makes a fucking fortune. See, these piece of shit motherfuckers, they do unethical, illegal shit constantly. And why we're not on their asses locking them up, I don't understand why. And I'm tired of these fuckers getting elected and fucking getting rich by fucking us. And we sit there and do nothing about it, pretend like we don't see it, and these fuckers get worse and more brazen and make more money. You tell me Nancy Pelosi's husband's worth $200 million because he was a savvy businessman, or is she funneling jobs and money and kickbacks to her husband's company? Come on. I hear, there's another motherfucker, I can't remember his name, and I don't want to spit out a name, because it has something to do with banks and stuff like that. I mean, you get stupid motherfuckers that really, like, what's that, Elijah Cummings? That motherfucker can't even talk. He talks like he got a mouthful of shit. And he's making money off us? The fuck? These people ought to be investigated. And if they got nothing to hide, they won't mind. Just like the Democrats say. Anyway, we got some real fucking problems. And like I said, when Barr starts investigating, he's already investigating to see how the FISA warrants got started. And you're going to find out that it was highly illegal what they did. Here's how they do it. You get this unverified dossier that says Donald Trump did all this fucked up, salacious bullshit, right? Hookers on beds, pissing, doing whatever else. It's unverifiable. It's made up bullshit that Hillary Clinton and the Democrat Party paid for. Now, before it goes public, they leak it to the news. The news reports on it. Oh, they have this dossier, Donald Trump, blah, 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 secret sources say. Now, the FBI goes to the FISA courts and say, look, we hear about this dossier on the news. We did some searching. Here's the dossier. We found it all out. The news said this. Okay, so now it wasn't that the news reported something and they caught wind of it. They leaked it to the news and used it as part of evidence to get a warrant. Now they got a fucking dossier full of bullshit that they manufactured and leaked to the press and used both to get a warrant. And signed that it was all investigated and it was all true and all verified. Now, the people who signed them fucking dossier warrants and those FISA applications are the ones that are going to have their assholes on a hook. Now, once their assholes are on a hook, they're probably going to say, I'm not going down for this bullshit. This is what happened. They're going to start fucking turning on each other. And when they start turning on each other, the fucking news people are going to go into overdrive trying to spin it. And it's going to sound more ridiculous. And Nancy Pelosi is going to start drooling more. Her eyes are going to get more wider and googly. She's going to start shitting her pants more. You know that pantsuit is full of fucking loads. I don't believe she has control of anything, especially her fucking bowels. And you're just going to watch them go more and more insane. It's going to fall apart. And they're going to look like fucking goons. You can't trust them. And if anybody votes for them, you're going to know they're fucking mentally ill. And that's how I predict it's going to go. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling I'm not. I'm pretty close, I think, anyway. and we shall see. So, just watching the months ahead, what's going to happen. And don't expect the TV and the cable news media to really report on it. You're going to have to go to places like Breitbart, Drudge, InfoWars, News Wars. Yeah, Alex Jones got a lot more truth. Go to Andrew Wilkow if you got satellite. David Webb, Sean Hannity, Mark Levin. These are the people that you can honestly get the truth from. Of course, they're going to skew it a little bit to the right, but you know what? They'll tell you facts. And we've never been the type that will condone and defend people in our party for doing wrong. We won't defend child molesters, and we won't defend rapists, and we don't defend fucking criminals, even if they're in the Republican Party. Unlike, that's how you know the left is fucking corrupt. They circle the wagons on one of their own, no matter what they did. They could pick up a fucking 10-year-old child and fuck him in his ass in the middle of Times Square, and they'll still defend him. They're just a disgusting fucking party. They got no business having any power in this fucking country. They don't want a constitutional republic. They want a leftist, socialist, dictatorship. They're a bunch of fucking authoritarian pieces of shit, and they should be nowhere near the fucking levers of power. And we're fools when we give them that opportunity. Not me personally, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't elect these fuckers dog catcher. Wouldn't trust them alone with a fucking dog. Alright guys, I had enough yelling and ranting. Just remember, bow your heads, take off your hats, and give a minute to the soldiers that gave their lives to protect this nation and this republic. Regardless if you agree with the administration that sent them there. They did it because they were called to defend the nation, defend our republic, and no other reason. Alright everybody, have a good holiday weekend. Don't eat and drink too much, because you got to go back to work on Tuesday. Bye-bye now. Oh yeah, that's right. Patriots, leftists. Just one more quick thing for this Memorial Day holiday. I also want to thank law enforcement. For the most part, they do an excellent job. They keep animals off the street. At least they do the best they can. And I thank for everyone from the cop on the beat to the corrections officers that babysit these animals once they're caught. You guys also have a good holiday, and we pray for you too, especially the ones that have fallen in the service of our communities. Thank you.